good day, everyone. We are Group 7 and we will be discussing the second half of the forms of tourism. First up is space tourism.
Ever wondered what it's like to be an astronaut, exploring the vastness of space and riding in one of their spaceships? Well, worry no more. For a whopping price of 20 million per seat, you can now travel to space. This is called space tourism. Space tourism, this is one of the latest form of tourism that involves an interest in space. This space tourism can include visiting space museums, watching rocket launches, or traveling to destinations popular for stargazing and including other space-related activities. Most recently, there has been a lot of commercial attention centered around the concept of traveling to space as a tourist. This is something that several companies are working to achieve in the near future, including Virgin Galactic and SpaceX. Space tourism is still considered a limited activity because of how expensive or costly it is. Some of the causes of the high cost is the energy to launch a rocket into space is very high, and the materials that is required in the tour.
Volunteer tourism involves an activity where tourists undertake holidays with some form of facilitating aid and assistance to some members of society. Volunteer tourism usually happens in developing countries. These areas provide tourists with learning experience and at the same time an opportunity to help the communities of the area. Volunteer activities may take 1 to 2 weeks and can even be longer.
Sports tourism. What is sports tourism? It is an activity that involves appreciation and involvement in a sport event or competition. Sports tourism is the act of traveling for the sake of either participating or viewing sports, and the management and marketing of sports to attract tourism for commercial means. Sports tourism can be in two categories: participative and non-participative. Participative is when tourism travel to destination and join or involve themselves in the sports activity. Examples of participative travels include joining golf competition, marathon, scuba diving, snorkeling, trekking, skiing, snowboarding, mountain biking, and others. Non-participative designates and travels to spectatorship or blindly watching sports competition and involved such as Olympics Games, World Cup or soccer, Formula Racing, Ryder Cup, and others.
Urban tourism involves the travel of people to the metropolitan areas, either for sightseeing, shopping, and other recreational activities. Some travelers enjoy seeing city landscapes and admire the towering buildings, high-tech bridges, well-paved roads, and bustling city life.
Rural tourism. It is a form of tourism where travelers set their sights to countrysides where the trees, farms, and animals are the highlights. People travel to these areas because they got tired of the up-tempo life they have in the city. The refreshing scenery and the laid-back lifestyles rejuvenate the tired souls of the city dwellers. This tourism serves to get away from the hectic and stressful life in the big city, where you can enjoy a vacation. This provides peace, relaxation, absolute rest, and provision. It is a typical of tourism activity that takes place in a rural setting, meaning the environment consists of natural landscape, mainly agricultural in nature. Any form of tourism showcases the rural life, art, culture, and heritage at rural location, thereby benefiting the local community economically and socially, as well as enabling interaction between the tourists and the locals for a more enriching tourism experience.
Educational tourism, a form of travel where the participant object is not just for the leisure but also to enhance their knowledge and to learn more. Educational tours usually have itinerary that are fitted to needs of the traveler. Travelers who are in primary school would require less stressing and more stimulating destination. Secondary school students would prefer areas that are more interactive, activity oriented, and complement to the study they learn inside the classroom. College students would have educational tours based on the discipline they are connected with. Every travel product that enable travelers to learn about foreign culture, study new things, engage in study tours, or apply a learned skill is considered an educational tourism.
Events tourism is the last form of tourism that is wider in scope, as events are occasions attended by people to celebrate or partake in for similar reasons. Events can be a one-time occurrence or on a yearly basis, like Christmas or festivals, which was mentioned earlier, but can also not be festive in nature. Conventions in particular is where people interact and bond with others who have the same interests as theirs. For comic book lovers and creators, they can join Comic-Con, while those who appreciate Japanese culture and Japanese animations can join Anime Expo. And there are many more conventions to choose from. Aside from this, conventions can also be purpose-bound. First is for academic purposes, such as seminars, lectures, symposiums, forums, workshops, and colloquiums. The attendees here exchange their knowledge and learn from each other. The second reason is for planning and solving problems within the company or the organization. Lastly, to discuss and update a country's state for national and international development. That's all for the forms of tourism.